Right, so I have returned once again today to deliver yet another episode of Juuni Taisen, the Zodiac War. This one being episode 2, and as we know, where we left off last time, things got real, the fight began, Boar's dead, Rabbit's won kind of one battle so far. I was silent that time. Yeah, so that was last time, and I believe this time I think it tackles the whole thing between dog and chicken, which is quite the fight actually. I must say, I actually really did like that one in the actual manga. So hopefully, I give this one justice in the anime because it is a pretty freaking good fight. Anyway, let's bring Crunchyroll over to my current PC. Let's bring this one over here. Put you there, so I actually can see everything. And put this into full screen. I am doing quite fine today. How are you doing, fam? Surprisingly, actually, kind of not on the. I'm not teetering on the verge of self-destruction, which is a plus, I must say. Which is a plus. So anyway, my brain just had a brain fart just then. I don't know why. But anyway, so let's begin this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin now. Explosion. Ox is pretty powerful. That's pretty terrifyingly powerful, actually. So what I found out, actually, apparently, the manga is its own adaptation, and also the light novel is the one that's actually been adapted into the anime. So that's why we actually haven't seen anything to do with the dude. The dude's not in it, apparently, because he's only a manga. Which is quite interesting, actually. Oh man, here's the opening. This opening is freaking amazing. If the show is crap, the opening is the best part. Because it literally is. It's like True Detective. A man's be a sucker for those kind of openings. Apparently, the actual full version's out. I actually can't find it anywhere. Oh yeah, and Chicken's best waifu as well. So if anyone comes at me with someone else, no one's better than Chicken. Until you wait and see what she does. That's when you realize, yeah, she's best waifu. But still, this is actually better than it has any right to be, considering it's an ECO adaptation. I'm actually surprised they actually did a good job. I was like, crap, they're actually good. They're not terrible. For a studio who's already kind of done certain shows and kind of helped other people, actually pretty good first attempt, I must say. I don't know if they've actually done anything else besides helped, or a few other shows. I just realised something. She's wearing nothing besides the things on her legs and then the her underwear. Just realised that. Unless I'm just kind of, I don't even freaking know. Just realised that. I realised how impractical some of the outfits are in a show. Because at a glance, it looks that way. Because Chicken's outfit's just the most impractical thing ever. Yeah, this is way, way, way different to the manga. Like, way too different to the manga. Man, it doesn't do chicken and dog this episode. I'm going to be pissed. That was actually one of the best parts. Oh, maybe. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It might actually happen. Huh. That guy died. Here we go. This bit's impeccable. I assure you, this bit's amazing. If they actually adapt it correctly. I realize there's a lot of blind spots in these people's outfits. The more I think about it. Is it really wise to sleep? Is it wise to sleep? Oh boy, you don't know what you're in for. You don't know what you're in for. Ah, see, it came full circle. Nice little bit of visual storytelling beforehand. Oh boy. Oh my god. You don't know, boy. You don't know. I mean, the bulk of what's actually in the manga hasn't actually kind of lost itself in translation because it's not the same adaptation, but it hasn't really kind of lost itself in translation, which is actually kind of neat. A lot of the things that kind of were the staple of the manga are actually here, but it's just the dude's not here anymore. He's actually only a manga thing, apparently. Deja vu. That's when the song should kick in. Actually, deja vu. I feel like I've seen him somewhere before. I didn't realize that song got turned into a meme recently. I was like, oh, it's a meme now. I guess the only thing I don't like about the anime is the fact that she's actually way too zombie. Like, it's kind of a weird complaint, but she's kind of. I don't know. I liked how it was done in the manga a little bit more. I know it's a stupid complaint, but you know what I mean. It's kind of the different designs. She kind of I don't know how to explain it. In the manga, if you saw the manga version, it's kind of a lot. I'd say better how it's done, how it's presented. Yeah, she's like a shambling zombie, a shambling zombie. Here it comes. even if you trust the person, it's actually kind of a bad idea to do that because you kind of put yourself at risk to be betrayed. That's kind of the problem with that move anyway. I get what he's trying to do, but it's kind of like, what happens if she kind of just goes donk and kills you instead? You're stuck, man. You're stuck. You're screwed. You're stuck, man. You're screwed, fam. Man, it's a beautiful scene. I love that scene in the manga. It's just one of those nice twists. Like, whoa, hello. Damn, son. This would be a really freaking good game, actually, if they got turned to a game. I know battle royales exist already, but just turn the whole entire thing into a game. You're one of the 12 Zodiac warriors, and you've got to kill each other. That'd be freaking awesome. Why not just mod PUBG? Just turn this into turn Juuni Taisen into PUBG. It'd be freaking awesome. All right. Again, very great, very good episode actually. Surprisingly better than I expected. Still, which is honestly the most surprising thing about this whole entire show so far is that it's actually kind of good. Because let's face it, I wasn't expecting anything more than just really freaking mediocre, but it's surprisingly very freaking good. But there's one lingering problem about this whole entire show that I cannot get past. It's the fact that a lot of the events happen way too fast. It doesn't hang on those events too much. I guess it's trying to be shocking about the whole entire thing, but the manga's effective because it kind of hangs on and it ends there. Like, it's how the chapter ends. Because in the manga, it ends with Chicken actually killing Dog. That's how it ends. You see the event, you see her crush his head, and the whole entire thing then kind of comes from there. It's actually a lot better done there, but it's not too bad. I mean, it's not like it's kind of a deal breaker or anything, but it's kind of like that it was kind of a lot more fleshed out in the manga than it was in the actual anime. It kind of felt a bit too soon in the actual anime. But it's not a horrible complaint. It's not like it's a deal breaker or anything. It's just a small thing that I've got. It's not be absolutely perfect, is it? It's not gonna be like 1-to-1, but it's not really a 1-to-1 anyway because manga is its own thing. I mean, it's better than I expected, so that's actually kind of a plus for the actual adaptation. But anyway, yeah. So my favorite event of the whole entire season so far has actually happened in animated form. Like the whole thing with Chicken and Dog has been animated. I was waiting for that event because that event literally floored me in the manga. I was like, that's actually amazing. I was like, it's like it kind of sealed the deal that she's my favorite character just from that one event. I was just like, yep, she's freaking great. I love her. But yeah, I mean, the whole entire episode in a nutshell was actually freaking great. It was one of those episodes that really kind of it fleshed out certain things I did not expect the show to actually flesh out, because certain characters were actually introduced more than in other per se adaptations, because the manga didn't actually introduce anyone else besides Chicken and Dog until the chapter I just read on Saturday. So there's one thing. Now we know a lot more about each of the other characters in the whole entire Juuni Taisen war. So there's that. So it's nice that a lot of things been fleshed out to the point that you've got enough information to know who they are, what they're doing, why they're fighting, and how they fight, to actually kind of then go forward and actually know who your favorite character is. So I actually quite like that aspect of the show, because one of the things I kind of don't like about battle royales all the time is how they kind of then perceive the characters, because characters are a deal breaker about battle royales. If you don't feel anything towards one of the characters, then the whole entire thing doesn't kind of mesh well with you, because you're sitting there watching people die. You're meant to kind of feel attached to one or two or three characters, otherwise there's no point watching it, because otherwise you're just sitting there kind of just you're soaking in what's going on, but it's kind of like you just don't feel anything towards any of the characters. That's why I like Chicken's event in the manga, because it kind of makes you kind of like her, because she's actually kind of smart. And the whole entire thing in the actual show itself, in this one, it wasn't too elaborately done, but it told you that she's smart. She knows what she's doing, and she actually has a plan to what she wants to do next. In essence, that whole entire thing, that now she has that power, she can go forward and she can kill people, because she is quite, as the word says, OP'd. She's quite overpowered now. Because you saw what she just did. She like basically crushed someone's head with one, like, she just went like that and crushed a person's head. It's just like, bro, Jesus Christ, like, damn, son. Like, it's quite terrifying. So you kind of just learn that second. If he was still alive, what else he can do? What else Dog could have done in this whole entire thing? Which actually was kind of a shame that he died so soon, because he could have done a lot more. But I kind of like the way he went out, because it's very, very brutally ironic. Because he went out by being portrayed a person he didn't think would betray him at all, because he thought, oh, she isn't smart, she's dumb. Why is she actually telling me about a whole entire plan? Why is she doing this? To then be successfully betrayed by the person he didn't actually kind of think would betray you. It was actually amazing. I thought, that is some brutal irony. I love it. Good job. I thought that it's amazing how it's done. I was like, it is so subtly done. You're like, that's good. That is good. That's that Nisio writing there. That's that Nisio writing. I like it. I like it. Because he does do some good stuff, that Nisio. But I mean, yeah. So going forward, no idea what to expect from the other characters, because the other characters really haven't had time to be fleshed out. I mean, the pacifist kind of she's interesting, because you want to know there has to be something more going on with her, because she can't just kind of go, you know what, let's not fight, boys and girls. She can't just say that out of nowhere and probably not having a ulterior motive, because there's got to be something there. There's got to be something going on behind closed doors that we're not getting right now. So that's her character. I mean, everyone else is kind of cut and dry right now. No one's kind of any more than what you would imagine them to be. Like, they're kind of just a bit cut and dry so far. They don't have anything going on behind closed doors. The other ones you don't trust, the people that you kind of thought were kind of all right at the beginning. Like, in essence, Chicken was one of the characters. You thought, oh, she's okay. Rabbit's the only character I think thus far who's kind of changed perceptions, because he was kind of nutty, but he actually kind of has a normal side to him. You saw it in the ED. He's actually kind of normal. So there actually is something more going on with his character as well. But everyone else kind of seems very cut and dry so far, so there's nothing really kind of mysterious about them. The only one that is very mysterious is the pacifist. I think her name is Monkey, actually. I think she's the only character there, which I'm kind of like, I wonder what she's going to do. And also hit the other dude that's actually with her as well. Like, impractical costumes aside, I wonder what she's going to do, because, man, oh man, everyone has a really impractical costume in this whole entire show. I just realized that. Because, I mean, they've got Boar. Boar's got an attack that is like raining bullets. Like, a lot of people would be screwed, because there's a lot of blind spots in these people's costumes. I mean, the dude that's with the pacifist, he's got one in his legs. Like, it's a blind spot right there. I mean, there's actually one on his arm as well. Everyone practically got a blind spot. I was like, how did no one go into this thing thinking, maybe, you know what might be a good thing is to pad myself out a little bit so I actually won't get blasted to death, because that might be a shout. Like, but no one did, apparently. No one got that memo, because everyone's got like the most impractical outfit besides I think two people. I think two people actually kind of got the memo. Actually went, you know what? Let's actually think this through before I start going to this thing a bit like blind, because if I do, I might die very, very, very fast. And people did actually die, because again, Chicken's kind of she's got pluses on her side, but at the same time, she's got some weaknesses. So I want to see what she can do, what her ulterior motive actually is going to be for the whole entire show, because she's kind of my favorite character, I'd say. So if she dies, I'll be sad, because she is actually an impeccable character. She's one of those ones you just don't expect her to do that. You're like, yeah, you do that. You do that. I like it. You do it, because it's so out of left field. It just works. Oh man, but anyway, yeah. So all in all, pretty good show, actually. Pretty good actual episode as well. Like, it was actually kind of surprising how well this actual show has turned out, because again, I thought this was going to be absolute garbage, because Nisio adaptations don't lend themselves well to anime, but this one's the most kind of straightforward show to actually kind of adapt, because it's just a battle royale. I mean, if you frick that up, you're basically just I have no idea. So it was nice it didn't kind of screw us over entirely, because believe me, this would have been a kind of a dumpster fire had it been done by someone like Studio Dean or something like that. It had to be done by someone who knew what they were doing. And apparently the guy who directed Mirror Nikki knows what he's doing, which is actually surprising because Mirror Nikki was absolute garbage as well. So there's that. There's that consolation prize. So with all that said, I have indeed been the driver. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it does me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, and you want to stay a little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed it does me quite a bit. But until tomorrow with, is it Uri Hara tomorrow? And what's the name of that other show? Konohana and Keaton, I think tomorrow is, I believe. So until those two shows come out tomorrow, I'll see you guys later.